Hello everyone, this is Clossi, and welcome to Daily Game Review number 66. Today we have Cacaca 12Q versus EggCluck. Some very interesting names here in this one. Alright, so it's 12Q versus 12Q, so we'll see how this proceeds. Remember, you want to learn basic Joseki and work on defending yourself before moving away, and maybe trying to take advantage of some opponent's weaknesses, keep good shape, and then get to the big moves. And try not to follow your opponent. Black, normally you would see it this way, and then maybe you can make a mini Chinese or a micro Chinese. So I would go ahead and maybe look at some pro openings to see which direction they approach from. This is not bad. It's just normally you wouldn't approach this way. All right, so we play Joseki. It's fine because you kind of gave white a perfect approach doing this. Okay, so we play a pincer. So the most open side is the bottom side. So you want to do something on the bottom. So normally you would play something like this. Maybe this Joseki. Because you want the result to be you on the bottom, not you on the right. You can go high here. High's okay. My pincers. Okay, so you choose this one. So really old-fashioned Josekis, but they're not bad. There's nothing wrong with this. They're just the Josekis you guys know right now, so it's fine. So just keep learning Joseki and you'll be fine. Running with this, however, is not okay because this is dead. You already gave this up. White has too many stones. Unless you can find a way to break out, this is not good. Okay, so you're worried about this. But was this worth a weak group? What happens when white just attacks you? Or what happens black when white chooses to just attack you, like something like this? This is not worth a weak group. I feel like this is not worth it right now. Instead of doing something like this, black, you should just go play a big move. Here or here. It's much bigger. Much bigger than that. That's only a few points. White chooses to actually just attack black. Well, now white has a weak group. So white, you made a little bit of a mistake here. Go ahead and surround and kill the black stones. There's no big loss for you locally. This doesn't work. Okay. You want to go ahead and defend here. You don't want black to get any more forcing moves on this than he has to. Because the stronger black gets, the weaker you get. Alright, but you're defending yourself, so that's fine. That's the big issue that I usually see at 12Q levels. You don't defend yourself, so make sure you defend yourself and you're fine. Okay. Maybe go here is a little bit better, I'm not sure. Because it gives black less forcing moves. Don't Tanuki when you're weak. That's the big issue. Fix yourself before leaving. Make sure your group's okay before you go play something else. Do not develop the habit of leaving and then dealing with your own weaknesses later, because that is a bad habit to have. You want to go play a defense move first. That way, once your issues are gone, you can play whatever you want without worry. But if you play here and black plays something like this and he starts attacking you, well, black's going to make all these points for free while attacking you. So it's not worth it to leave this group. So you can see this white group is getting nothing in value. Absolutely nothing in value. So that's white's big issue right now. That's really strange. This does next to nothing. So the tiger's mouth is the vital point. Then you could surround. Let's see, a shape move is here or here normally. But maybe just the knight's move is okay. So there's a tiger's mouth, there's that shape, and there's that shape. Or just a nice. I think just a nice move is okay. You want to surround white. This is the objective here, is to surround white. Maybe you could even go here. Try and develop this area while surrounding white. but you want to surround white black. This is not the way to play. White, this is overplay. Don't invade next to a weak group. This is was the theme of the last game, Daily Game Review number 65, was one of the players kept getting more and more weak groups. Because when you have a weak group, you need to fix it. You can't think of an invasion like this, especially next to a weak group. You can't think of saving every stone. You can't invade. You can't leave weak groups and expect to be okay. And you can't create more weak groups next to weak groups and expect everything to work out. Something here is not going to be okay because you have a weak group that is not alive and you're making another weak group and that's going to get cut off very easily. Black doesn't cut you off? That's surprising. Black cut white off. Because once white tries to play something like this and tries to live in the corner, which he's not even completely alive, right? Not even completely alive. But while white's struggling to live, this group's getting weaker and weaker. So there's no reason to just let white get what he wants. Don't let white get what he wants. White, you kind of got lucky here, but that's a really, really bad idea to have, is to invade when you're weak. All right, this is a little too late. You need to take the base first. If you want to do something here, it'd be something like this. You need to take the base before you can do anything to this group. You can double Hane here. Fine. All right, black. Yeah, that's not important. You can just go here. Maybe peep that. And now white's alive, black's alive, so let's go play a big move. Play over here. We want to live efficiently and quickly. This is really slow. White's not going to die, so there's no reason to keep attacking here. All right, so black does get the Tanigi, so black's doing good. White plays here, which is Gote, good, but this is too flat. Too many third line stones. You want third line, fourth line combination, so this would be better. Okay. So black can live easily. Not quite time to fix yet. Instead, you can come back over here and develop this area. A little bit bigger. Okay, this is all straightforward. White, this is a little bit slow. Go ahead and reduce black's area a little bit more effectively by playing on the line of the Mayo. This is a little bit more effective. Okay. Okay, white's developing the center and Sente, which is good. I like seeing that. No, not good. If you're worried about something, this is okay because you can just block like that. If you're worried about this, so I can see your concern. So you just block like that. If you're worried about that, then play this way. And here, you're still keeping your center. Who cares about the Dame? Right. And if you go here, there's some weakness for black. So it's okay. Just if you're worried about the weakness, then look for the weakness and fix it in advance. But you can't just let black in. Like, just letting black in is a little too easy. What about at least here? That one's a little bit more effective. Don't let black in so easily. Okay, good. You're doing good. White's doing good here. Black, that's a lot of points just to give white. Is that worth it? So you're worried about this. That's a concern. But white got this, which means maybe instead of the Hane, you should just Nobi down and block. Maybe a little bit better. Is there any Tsuji here, like a wedge? Not quite, huh? Not quite. So the wedge doesn't work, but it's worth checking. All right, so white does this. So it looks like we're just an endgame, right? Just normal endgame. So these two players kind of know what they're doing, which is surprising for a 12Q level. Normally 12Qs make more mistakes. So these two players kind of straightforward. So I think the biggest issue was how they handled the weak groups. So they kind of played a very straightforward game and didn't fight very much. But I think actually the fight was where the biggest mistakes were for both players. So white didn't fix himself, black didn't attack severely, white overplayed, and black didn't punish. So the fact is, the mistakes actually canceled each other out and made for a very simple game. Because once the fight was finished, neither player started another one. However, the fight was where the mistakes happened. The fight was the most important area of the game because whoever took the advantage of the fight was likely leading. And it looks like black got the advantage, so I'm going to say black was going to win until he died up here. So let's look at this. Okay, what are you doing, black? There's no way on earth this can live. So this is complete overplay. It looks like black lost a lot of points. Let's see, where did white get so many points? Oh, black started worrying about his life and death. So black, you need go problems because here you can just reduce. If white takes the eye here, and you still have an eye here, an eye here, and a half eye here. So you have 2.5 eyes. Right? So definitely need to work on that life and death. This is way too bad for black. Then white gets that move, okay. Black does that, okay. And doesn't jump in white's area to reduce white's area. So let's see what the let's just do this because I don't want to count on a video. Oh, this is so off. There's so many bad things here. It says white plus 17, but oh, so many things are wrong, so I can't trust that. Anyway, so maybe white's up a little bit because white got the center, and black's endgame and life and death needs work. So black, I think, work on your life and death here. You can block. Work on your life and death, black. Both players need to work on the attack and defense, and I think that's where the big areas were. So yeah, still the big areas was the life and or the attack and defense. White won by resignation. All right, so for this game, I think both players needed to work on the attack and defense because the attack and defense in this game, there's many mistakes. If your opponent makes a mistake, cutting them, like if they try to invade with a weak group, cut them and just take profit. When you attack, surround. So there's also, the steps are also on my website. So look at the Clossi approach on my website, and this will also help you with attack and defense, I think. So look at that. Make sure you do not leave your weak groups, and make sure you try to take profit when you can. Also, black, there's no reason, your life and death needs work because you try to invade here and there's no reason to. You invaded here when you couldn't. So work on your invasions. Don't try to invade so early because there's no reason to. So I think the biggest thing, again, like I said, is the attack and defense. Work on that, and black, work on your life and death. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.